I'm
Well, hello
ready.
everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. And beside me here is Dr. Fat Packer. Doc, say hello to the crowd.
Well, hello there. So nice to be seen by you.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever that means. And below me, we have homeless Charlie. Charlie, say hello to our wonderful audience.
Well, hello to our wonderful
Now,
audience.
I should remind everybody that that's not Charlie's real hair. He wears it in the wintertime to keep his ears warm. Uh, he's really a manly man, aren't you, Charlie? Hello?
Well, depends on the day. Depends on the day.
I don't,
It
wait,
depends, if I want to go down, if I want to go down to the high school and play with the girls volleyball team.
well, I think, you're off the squad. So anyway, we tell jokes, right? And they're supposed to be funny. But sometimes we kind of talk about topics of the day. And Dr. Fatpacker, do you remember that romantic time early in your life uh, when you had your first sexual encounter? Briefly, tell us, what was that like?
Well, that's very private, you know. I was in Bremerhaven, Germany there, and I met this lovely lady, and she was very nice to me, and I appreciated that. They had to take a hotel, but hey,
But it worked. It was very pleasant.
it
Uh,
was.
Homeless Charlie, do you remember that romantic time early in your life as a young man when you had your first sexual encounter?
Well, tell you the truth, I don't even want to talk about it. It was a disaster.
Oh,
Disaster.
Disaster.
Get it?
It's
I
Well,
did.
I'm, I'm
my
glad
my
I'm glad I'm glad she's no longer here so she can tell anybody about how awful it was.
yeah, yeah we don't want the details. No, no, no.
Oh
Concise
no,
is the word. But my first romantic sexual adventure,
yeah.
way back as a young man, I remember it clearly, mainly because I know the date. And I have that clearly in my mind because I kept the receipt.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I didn't know they gave out receipts.
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a funny joke.
Oh my goodness. Well, in church yesterday, when I went in there, a minister was planning to perform a wedding after the service. But apparently, he forgot the names of the couple that were going to come up for the ceremony.
Oh,
So he announced in the church, will those waiting to get married please come to the front? Immediately, 9 single ladies, 3 widows, 4 widowers, and 6 single men stepped up to the front of the church.
oh my God. It was a crowd and three quarters.
That's right.
Homeless Charlie.
Oh, I took a flight yesterday up to Cleveland to see my nephew.
Yeah.
And a guy gets on and he's got 6 kids. Well, after they get settled in their seats, a woman across from the aisle, she leans over to him and she says, are all of these kids yours? He says, no. He says, I work for a condom company and these are customer complaints.
Well, no, no wonder.
There you are.
Well, I have a friend. His name is Dave.
Oh,
And he is so fat.
Does he
how
live in a
fat
cave?
is he?
He is so fat that when he comes over to my house, his belly button arrives 5 minutes before he does. Dr. Fatpacker, Dr.
Good
Fatpacker,
warning.
go for
Good
it.
warning.
Oh my goodness. Well, one of my younger friends in that, he was a karate expert. Whoa. And he joined the army. Well, the first time he saluted, he almost killed himself.
Oh, very dangerous. Very
yeah.
dangerous. Homeless Charlie.
Well, you hear so many people bitching about how they grew up poor and all that. I don't want to hear about your childhood problems. I was forced to watch Lawrence Welk as a kid.
You're talking problems.
Yeah.
Well,
You-
last night it was pretty scary. A robber broke into my home.
Oh,
So I quickly dialed 911, but then I realized that was the microwave. So the robber and I ended up having hot oatmeal early in the morning. That's what we did. Dr. Fatpacker.
You have a way of doing that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I'm old. I'm old.
that's what I keep hearing. Hey, listen, I remember here's some things that I learned while watching the movies at home.
Yes.
I've learned that a man would feel no pain while taking a beating, but Vince, he'd go, "It's when a woman tries to clean his wounds."
You're talking
Also,
a
yeah,
big
also-
sissy. A sissy.
In the movie, when you see a large pane of glass, you know someone's going to get thrown through it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh,
Without-
yeah.
You got one more?
I could. If you're staying in a haunted house, women should investigate any strange noises in their most revealing underwear.
I'm not sure if that's safe or not. But anyway,
Not, definitely not.
Homeless Charlie, go for it.
Well, here's one for you, comedy thief.
Yes?
Whenever I have a panic attack, I put a brown paper bag over my mouth
Yep.
and I drink all the bourbon inside. It seems
It's
to help.
beautiful.
It seems to help.
Last year, guys, you probably don't even know this, but I went over on a hunting expedition
Oh,
in
does it?
Africa.
For what?
Oh,
And
so-
one early morning, I was awoken out of a sound sleep, and I shot an elephant in my pajamas. Now, how that elephant got into my pajamas, I will never know.
very good. Hey.
Oh, that was terrible.
That's good.
Terrible.
Good. I like that. That's good.
Dr. Fatpacker.
I've got an optometrist in the same building that I'm in. When I asked him, says, well, how do you charge your customers? When he says to me, well, as he's fitting his glasses, you ask how much they cost. When you say $75. If his eyes don't flutter for the frames, the lenses will be $50. And if his eyes still don't flutter, you say each.
Oh,
So you
That's-
increase the price whether they react to what you tell them it costs or not.
that's a beautiful way to
They
charge.
didn't get it.
Well, you know how a mechanic charges, don't you? They take those two things and they attach them to their earlobes. But that's another story. Homeless Charlie, go for it.
Does that get you started?
Yeah,
I guess
exactly.
so.
Well, here's a little bit of wisdom. A pessimist, he sees a dark tunnel. An
Yeah.
optimist sees light at the end of the tunnel.
Ah,
A realist sees a freight train, but the train engineer sees three idiots standing on the tracks.
makes absolutely no sense at all.
There you are.
Well, did you hear about the woman who accidentally dialed her sleep number bed up to 200?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Well, the explosion blew her right through the roof, and the police still haven't found the body. That's
Oh, no.
isn't that awful?
And I was thinking of buying one.
that's
Dr. Fatpacker, last one.
all right. Very good. Well, I gave one of my patients a tip about their health, and I said to get back, you should be walking every day. And I could hear him talking to his wife on the phone says, go buy a puppy, name him 5 miles so I can come back to the doctor and I can tell him I walk 5 miles every morning.
Perfect. Perfect. I love that one. Last one, homeless.
Well, I finally realized that the sexy bulge in men's pants that all women love
Uh-oh.
cannot resist. It's called a wallet.
I
But
like
you got it in
that.
the wrong pocket.
Well, speaking of 5 miles, my doctor
Yeah,
told me I was completely out of shape. Doc, you can relate to this. And
yeah.
told me that he wanted me to walk 5 miles a day for 3 weeks and then get back to him. So he called me up. He says, "Do you feel any better?" He says, I said, "Well, I feel just about the same, but I'm in Detroit." That's was terrible. Anyway, that's it. That's it. We hope you've enjoyed this silly, goofy stuff.
Yeah, you are.
Um, and we have a feature before our next video, and that is we invite a very famous person to be on our next video. And the celebrity is a extremely famous comedian named Ron White. Ron White. Many of you know who he is. So Ron White, if you want to be on our program, you have to call within 24 hours. Contact us at funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and you'll be our special guest on our next video. And if you don't check in 24 hours, we will throw you in the wastebasket. That's where we're going. You're going into the trash. So I'm saying goodbye. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell.
Oh, yes, there we go. Hey, listen, it's so nice to be here with you. It's so nice. Auf Wiedersehen. Yeah,
Are you done?
I think so.
Okay, good. Homeless Charlie, say goodbye to our adoring audience. Hello?
Well, goodbye to our adoring audience.
Okay, are you done?
Hold on.
Okay, everybody wave and say goodbye to our viewers.
Tschüss, Nay.